supercharged all-wheel drive. See what this is all about. This thing is gangster. What's up guys, Javier from That Racing Channel. Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're visiting our friends at S1 Built, the home of the all-wheel drive Hondas. These guys live and breathe all-wheel drive Hondas. They have quite the lineup ready for us to check out. They also have an absolutely insane K-swapped K-truck. We have an all-motor all-wheel drive car, a supercharged all-wheel drive car, and a turbocharged all-wheel drive car. So we got a little bit for everybody. We're also gonna get into a shop tour and check out how their all-wheel drive kits are made. It's gonna be an awesome day. Let's get into it, guys. All right guys, before we get into the action, in case you haven't heard, we're giving away TRC's 1100 horsepower Evo, the world's baddest street Evo. Anything you purchase on thatracingchannel.com automatically gets you entered for a chance to win. We are so excited to announce the release of our first edition TRC trading cards. These came out so freaking cool. Our team has been working super hard on these. Make sure to check them out. Any pack you purchase will automatically get you entered for a chance to win the Evo. This is one of our favorite designs for the giveaway. This one's been sold out twice now. We have it back in stock. The 4G63, hurting feelings since 1989. For the TRC Work Truck fans, we have the first TRC Work Truck shirt. Let's get to work. 1700 horsepower, TRC Work Truck, and another wildly popular design here. We have I'd Rather Be Racing. This is like the 90s nostalgia, HKS style. And as everybody knows, that Evo is known as a legendary street racing machine. So of course we had to have our street racing division TRC shirt. Guys, hit thatracingchannel.com. We have 10 times entries going on right now. Anything you purchase on the site automatically gets you entered for a chance to win. Let's get into the video. What's going on, brother?
What's going on?
Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
Hey, nice for having us, man.
Thanks so much for having us here, dude.
Yes, sir.
This thing looks wild.
Just, you know, an Acti truck, Honda Acti.
Just basic, you know?
Basic stuff.
Okay, so you guys are, we're doing a little reveal here. What do we got back here, bro? Look at that. K-series, dude. Oh, that's wild.
It's a K24.
K24 ITBs.
High compression, semi-built. It's got some power.
Hell
it's got
yeah,
some potential. Dude. It's got stage 4 camshafts and it's got all the good stuff. So it should make a decent amount of power. It's very fun. I've never seen a car like this. That's what I'm gonna say. I love this project. I love what this car does. I love how it looks. I love everything about it. Love K-series, so just seeing like a combination of custom, S1 touch, all the billet parts and everything else.
Dude, this thing's nuts. I think you pretty much just summed it up for me as well. This thing's wild. Give you guys a shot here. So what'd you guys have to do to get this all in here? I see kind of like a Frankenstein setup here.
Oh yeah, so for the most part, we use the Alpha.
Yeah, we use the Alpha light arms. These are the same arms that you can use on the...
For like the all-wheel drive stuff?
Yeah, so all the way up. So that's the drivetrain. Axles, we just upgraded to 36 millimeters. That's why it's got the bigger wheels in the back right now, because we had to go 5-lug for it until we get custom specs. We're gonna go back to 4-lug, but with a bigger hub. As far as the engine, it's all custom made. These guys did an excellent job to get it in the perfect position, get it straightened out, get it to where the geometry of the suspension. It's been a few iterations of the vehicle because when we first started with it, it was a little higher. There was a lot of suspension, a lot of movement. So the power wasn't the problem, but getting it to go quick and feel safe in the car was definitely a challenge.
I think this thing
when I first drove
probably
it,
get a little sketchy, huh?
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna drive it going faster than 60 miles per hour. I told myself that, but now it is running good. I have driven it and I know that it's so much better, and it is a unit, man. It is really, it's got a lot of potential, bro.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, fire this thing up.
Let's go see what it's got.
Ooh, so this thing's gotta be making like in the 300 horsepower range, I would imagine.
Yes, we haven't dynoed it, but the potential's there for 300, low 300s, somewhere in the low 300s. We are running 93 octane through it right now. Eventually we will turn it to E85, get it tuned, get it, you know, if we need to.
Dude, I don't even know if this thing even needs it, dude.
This does not need any of that.
Dude, this is one of the coolest, most unique vehicles I've seen in a while. Listen to this thing. Close your eyes. All motor race Honda right there. The only other time I've seen one of these, we were in Australia and we visited our boys at Mighty Car Mods, and they let us take their K-truck for a spin. And I think it made all of like 100 horsepower, and it was super sketcy. So this thing's gonna be wild. I don't know about you, but I'm 1,000% ready to go for a ride in this thing.
Let's go for a ride now.
Let's go for a ride, dude.
Let her warm up and we're out of here.
Hell yeah.
See what she does.
So we got the laptop in here just in case we gotta add some horsepowers.
Just in case it's not enough.
Just in case
I know you're used to big power, but I'm gonna tell you
plus button on the timing.
This thing doesn't need power. Let's just say that. I think I can prove it to you.
It's a little tight in here.
Oh yeah, it's very small. My partner's the one that he's the one that does a lot of the mechanical work and drives these cars, but he doesn't fit in here.
It's a little bit tight in here.
Tight, you know? Shoulder
to shoulder.
Well, but we're not here for a long time. We're here for a fun time, you know? We're here for a good time.
Bro, this thing is just a full-blown experience. The sounds, the feels, it's like tight quarters, man. This thing sounds absolutely insane, dude. Oh my God.
Now with the bigger wheels, that is much better, bro.
This thing flies.
This thing is f***ing nuts, right? I'm telling you, maybe right now it might make 300, it might not, but it doesn't need an extra horsepower, bro.
I'll tell you right now, all that matters is it puts a huge smile on my face.
Yeah, I always smile when I drive this car. This thing is a freaking monster. And it rides f***ing good for having individual throttle bodies. I would have thought that it would, it had big ass throttle body, 64 millimeters per. That's kind of what a stock Honda comes with for one, you know?
Yeah.
It does have drivability.
So this thing's tuned on Honda?
Yeah, it's a Honda K-Pro 4. Yeah.
Nice.
All in it's got the ITB tune in there, so Alpha N, everything. And all street tune right now. Like I said, I street tuned it before with the 2-liter. It was pretty nasty, but a lot more tame. I say about 100 horsepower less than what we have right now, but yeah, man.
100 horsepower in this is... That's a lot of horsepower.
Let's go!
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I think we're good.
We're good?
I think we're good. That was f***ing solid. This thing is epic. I think I'm in love, bro.
Yeah, this thing is nasty.
I think I'm in love with this thing. Talk about a grocery getter.
Oh yeah. You can fit a lot of groceries back there. You just gotta be careful they don't get sucked in.
Dude, spinning those tires.
Oh yeah. And to be honest, if you check the laptop, we're not even going all the way down. And the throttle doesn't open, only 70% right now. So that's why I'm saying it has potential.
Bro, I say you don't even need any more than this.
No, you don't need at all, bro.
Dude, this thing alone gets the heart rate going, gets the blood pumping, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, this is nasty, bro. I love this car, I really do. Like, overall, the feel, the way it drives, you would not expect.
It's like a Honda S2000 shifter or something?
Oh yeah, we got Honda S2000, baby. We're 6-speed. We got the Honda steering wheel. We're ready. Real-time all-wheel drive. It ain't all-wheel drive yet, but knowing these guys.
Can you imagine this thing 4-wheel drive? These guys are looking at us like, what the f is that thing? Dude, this thing's so cool. I need to get me one of these.
I think everybody needs one of these at this point.
What do you think, guys? Get one of these things and put like a 2J in the back?
Let's go.
1,000 horsepower. Thank you so much, dude.
Hell yeah, bro. Thanks for having us, bro. This is f***ing tight, ain't it? This is badass.
That has got to be one of the most unique Honda experiences I've had in quite a long time.
Yeah, it's different.
Dude, the sounds when it's like revving out, just that high compression K24 Nothing beats that sound,
Nothing
right?
beats that sound, bro. That VTEC crossover, I love it.
It's so good.
Yeah, that's why I do this for.
Man, so this is just the beginning on this tour here at S1, guys. We got a bunch more Hondas here. All-wheel drive everything. All motor, supercharged, and turbo coming up. All right, guys, so the next one up, we got Javier's 94 Honda Civic. All-wheel drive, all motor, I think somewhere in the 280 to 300 wheel horsepower range, which is pretty rowdy. I don't think I've ever been in an all-motor, all-wheel drive Honda. This should be a pretty cool experience. We're gonna do a dig, we're gonna do a roll, compare it against the other ones. Hell yeah, dude. So clean, brother. What's up, Javier?
How's it going?
Good to meet you, man.
Good to meet you.
So what are we looking at here? What motor you got in it?
Well, I got a K24 A2, still TSX complete. It's got piston rods, JBRE head, Frank Crower stage 3 cams, basically spring retainers, open, up hood, little bit of a high compression 13701.
13701? Dude, that's spicy, bro. This will be my first all-motor, all-wheel drive Honda ride. I've never been in one, so I'm super excited. I've been in turbo. We're gonna get a chance to check out a supercharged one. Most of them have been turbo, so I know all-motor is a much different experience. You probably rev this thing up pretty high, or?
It goes to 9,000 RPM.
Hell yeah.
Very loud, so you're gonna go for a ride in there with the loudest
dude.
thing.
Well, let's do it, brother. Woo! All right, so we're going for a spin. All motor, all wheel drive. See what this is about. That is so incredibly loud. The hearing loss is real. This thing is loud.
I tell you, it was loud.
Loud, dude. Sounds amazing.
Sounds really good.
God dang. The all-wheel drive Honda experience is something that's super special. Now the all-motor is so different because it just revs so high, and for not relatively these days, 280 horsepower or 300 horsepower isn't considered a lot, but because this thing is so light, they're super fast. Like, it's such a different feeling too than like a turbo car where you have a little bit of lag. This thing's just making power, VTEC kicks in, and it kind of hits you in the seat. Awesome experience. This thing is wild. It felt like somebody kicked me in the chest when you launched it. Dude, I legitimately have to plug my ear. This thing is f***ing wild.
For all motor, it got his kick.
This thing has a kick, bro. That's an understatement. For a daily, this is perfection, dude. All I would do is put a full exhaust on this thing and floor it every 2 seconds. Dude, this thing honestly is super fun, bro. Guys, I gotta say, first all-wheel drive, all-motor experience, 10 out of 10, would highly recommend. Something like this would be the perfect daily driver. All right, my boy Javi, back with another one. So now we got the supercharged all-wheel drive, is it a K?
EK K24 K20, bone stock bottom end.
Bone stock bottom end
K24
with the supercharger.
It's got a build head K20 it's gone to tuner one's camshaft.
Pop the hood for us.
So right now the supercharger is doing all the work.
That is badass. So another cherry pop for me. I've never been in an all-wheel drive supercharged. Actually, I haven't been in a supercharged Honda, period, but let alone all-wheel drive. So this will check a couple more boxes for me, man. I appreciate it.
Custom-made header that we do in-house, fully sauced. This thing sounds good. It's not as loud as that one, but it sounds good.
Let's fire her up, man.
All right.
I love the yellow on this car. I think it works so well. That sounds epic. Dude, it sounds so good. All right, so now we got the supercharged all-wheel drive Honda. Let's see what it's all about. Let's go, supercharged all-wheel drive, see what this is all about. Holy shit. This thing is gangster. Oh my God. That is the truth right there, bro. Yo! Right here, this thing is the truth. Supercharged, stock motor, all-wheel drive. I take it back. This is the perfect daily driver. The all-motor was good, but damn! Dude, that low-end torque for the launch. Because you know, with a turbo car, you have to make sure it's on two-step and make sure it has everything in it. And dude, this thing just goes.
This one don't have two-step. We made our own two-step there.
God. Yes. This thing is badass. All right, that's it. TRC needs a supercharged Honda. All right, so all we got to do is we got to do like a twin charge setup. We got to do a blower, we got to do a supercharger, and a turbocharger, and we'll have best of both worlds. All right, guys, so we got another all-wheel drive S1 beast right behind us. We got Torado's Honda Civic. It's got a turbocharged K-series. It's a 2-liter stock motor making upwards of 600 wheel horsepower. We got here, what's up, Torado?
What's going on, man?
Nice to meet you, brother.
Good to meet you, man.
This guy came all the way from Atlanta for this feature, and he's got S1 built parts, so he just had to come, and we appreciate you coming out, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Came a long way. So what do we got here? This is a stock motor.
Yes, sir. K28 tube. Just has head studs and a Type S oil pump, and it rocks.
Ready to rock. With that all-wheel drive, it hits, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. All S1, but everything's wagon. You know, everything from the wagon, the upgraded drive shaft, wagon diff, and all S1 built mountain parts to get everything
the whole
together.
kit, yep, I got you.
Yes, sir. And it's actually on a CRV transmission right now.
Okay.
So the gear ratio could be a little better, but it's still pretty nice.
I'm sure she rips, man. Let's go feel it, man. So word is, you also have an all-wheel drive RSX.
Yes. And two EGs.
My man likes his Hondas. So safe to say you enjoyed our RSX project?
Yes, sir. I definitely did.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know, it gave me inspiration.
So you're also building a pretty nasty RSX, you were saying. You said like maybe around 1,000 horsepower capable?
Capable, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it there, but hey, I'm gonna get it close. So I'll do a second and a third real quick. Ready? Well, let's look, this is low.
Oh man, so that was low boost.
Yeah.
Dude, I love all-wheel drive Hondas. We came to the right place to like all-wheel drive Hondas.
Oh yeah.
Let's try a dig here. Jesus Christ, this thing rides out. This thing freaking rides out, bro. God, that all-wheel drive Hondas just never get old, bro. Some of that S1 built magic.
Yes, sir.
Guys, there is nothing better than just launching an all-wheel drive Honda over and over. Checkbox for the day. You got your smiles, you got your boost. That's all you need. That's all you need. All right, guys, so here we have it. S1 built. What's going on, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Thank so much for having us.
Thank you for showing up.
Welcome,
What's
welcome.
Up?
Nice to meet
Glad
you.
you guys are here.
So S1 built, home of the all-wheel drive Hondas.
Yeah.
I've seen your guys' stuff online everywhere. I've been following you guys for years. You guys have been huge supporters of our Street Kings event, of our night meets. Can't thank you guys enough. We had to come out and visit. Tell us the story. How'd this come about? I heard through the grapevine that there's a pretty cool story with how you guys got started with the all-wheel drive stuff and all that, so.
Yeah. Well, first off, we'd like to say thank you to you guys, having the opportunity to have you guys here. It's amazing. So we appreciate that a lot, and the love and support that we gain from you guys too, that's also amazing. So we really, really appreciate that. So this is actually really cool that we get this opportunity. San here is the mastermind behind the products. I'm the wife, and we were in the business together. This brain here is where all the products came from. So
I love to see it. The dream team right here.
Yeah.
The all-wheel drive dream team.
Yeah. So we met back in 1996. We've been together for 28 years, married for 27. Yeah. And this business didn't come about until, actually, I'll let him tell you about the business itself.
What's the saying? Race together, stay together.
Right.
Well, actually, it wasn't even because I was in the military, so it was a lot of, even though I was in the military, I would still love cars because I grew up in Southern California before this whole Honda thing was. So it kind of like, so I always, everything that I did, from military to law enforcement, I was always drawn me back to cars. And it's like, one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something, this and that, but the timing, everything that when it happened perfectly. The cancer, after the cancer, this whole thing was like the opportunity. I think I was just blessed with how everything came about, How it all started was literally we were clearing out our 1,500 square foot shop, and we were sitting there and I posted something up and someone said, it can't be done, you can't do it. So
about going all-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what we were doing about the arms. So, and then I was like, let me see this. So we had hubs and all that. This was sitting around the corner. I was like, you know what, let me look at this. I said, oh, you know what, I can make this happen. Because I got a little machining background a little bit. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. So this is actually the first prototype. You can see we just tack welded on. So the hub goes into here. And then from there, we posted it up, and from there it's just,
It exploded, right?
it exploded. But even that, wasn't even planning on even doing anything else. It was just the support and stuff that we got. And some of the people was like, I can't, you guys. Then finally it was like, you know what? Let's just make it a one-stop shop for the all-wheel drive. So, but it was never meant to be a business, to be honest with you.
I mean, he actually had the idea all his life because, like he said, he's always been into the Honda. He's a Honda guru, like ever since he was a kid. And he had the idea all his life, but after he survived the cancer in 2018, he was like, why not put my all-wheel drive idea into action and give it a shot, and that's what he did. We just gave it a shot in the dark, and every time we released a new product, it just sells out, so, and the family, when we call each other here, the team, the staff, we're all a family, so the family just got bigger and bigger through the last few years, so it's been a big blessing, to say the least, to the point where we couldn't even keep up, Sometimes we don't even come up for air, which is a good problem to have, So it's just been really great. We're very thankful for everything.
I love to see it. You guys, you guys have welcomed us so far with open arms. We've gone for rides in some of the cars. We're having an absolute blast. We can't thank you guys enough. So why don't we get into the different bits that go into making one of your all-wheel drive kits and kind of break it down, show the people how it's made.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. So the all-wheel drive kit consists of the arms, rear diff brace here, and then the billet forks. That's usually the kit. The camber kit, the tow kit, all these other stuff is just add-on. So that's the main thing. But we make everything. We make everything here.
So this is what allows you to convert front-wheel drive Honda.
Yes.
Right? And it allows you to basically house the diff, the axles.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, let me show you how these arms here, we got three different styles of arm. We got this one here, we call this the Alpha Light. It's a shorter. The toe adjustment is here. We have another one that's all the way, like it looks like OEM. The toe adjustment is here, and this uses our spherical bushings here. And then we have the OEM style arms. So those are the three styles arm that we make. So the way that these things are made is everything is locked into place and stuff like that. When it locks in like this, so everything is all locked in. It's stronger to do it this way, to lock it in. Once it gets it all done, tacks it and all that, and then welds it up. And then this is actually the Alpha, the regular Alpha 6 arms. So it's longer than the Alpha Light. This is it after it's all welded. here.
That looks gangster.
Yeah. So the reason why we came up with this, because it's stronger, but the main reason people don't know is because there's better right here. The clearance is almost an inch and a half more clearance than the OEM arm. So if you're running like wider tire on the OEM arm, it will hit back here. So, and that's the reason why we went further out this way.
Yeah, I imagine there was a lot of R&D and a lot of design that went into that.
Yes.
100%.
Yes,
I remember we were trying to all-wheel drive swap our RSX, and you know, there's a lot of intricacies with how everything fits on these all-wheel drive Hondas.
Correct. Yeah.
You guys seem to figure it out really well.
And then what's cool about this is like because now we make our own hubs. Before we used to like press on this with a bearing, but now we're like, hey, we got to find an easier way. So this way, every single time, the dimensions is always the same with the calipers and all that. So we made our own hubs. So all you got to do, put it on here. What's cool about this is if you want to do on 5-lug, you just take this off and put the 5-lug one on, and that's it. Yeah. So it's simple, you know. So we're just trying to simplify everything. And we did it in stainless. We didn't want it to rust because we know we used to get these arms and it'd be all rusted out. So that's why we did it with the stainless.
So I know one of the main parts to get this all to work and transfer all the power to the back, you got to have a viscous coupler.
Yeah, correct. See, the problem with the viscous is a lot of time when people do it, they're always searching for a viscous. You know, there was really no way to like just get a new one and so most people use like a wagon. Yep. Or the Freelander. So we're like, you know what? We got to find a way to do it to where you can make the dry shaft, we can make a viscous coupler, and all the parts are new. They're not buying stuff from the junkyard and trying to source it out. So we make our own viscous coupler, uses different fluid. So here it's a 30K, 45. We also make a 60K. We also could do, you know, even 100K if a customer wanted it. So
one of the biggest things, you know, at first, for the first few years or 5 or however many years, people doing the all-wheel drive Honda stuff, it was plentiful. But then all of a sudden, everybody started doing it, and now you're like, man, you go online and it's like, man, $5-6 grand for a stock old diff from the junkyard. You don't even know it's good. And you know, it honestly became a really big headache when we were doing everything with our project. Just finding an OEM part. So this is such an awesome thing for the community for you guys to provide literally off the shelf part.
Correct, and that's what we wanted to do. We want to be able to, someone calls or make an order, say, hey, look, I want a dry shaft with a viscous coupler. All they got to do is give it the dimension. It's all done, sent out, and our turnaround time is crazy quick. What I'm saying is usually we could get it done like in a week.
Yeah, so these, I guess this is based off of like the Freelander
Yeah, this
style?
is based off the Freelander. Yeah, we did that because we know that more people are going to use the Freelander. This is what gives them like, so they don't have to go and make new dry shaft. They're like, hey, look, this is what, you know.
Freelander's a little bit more affordable as well in terms of a lot of people are doing that for their projects, and then they can upgrade to something like this. What's the process for filling these up? Because I know, I don't know too much about it, but what I do know, you gotta like fill the fluid slowly and let it sit for a while because to make sure it doesn't have air bubbles and, you know, I guess there's discs inside of there, right? And then it has to seep all the way down through, you know, if you just
it's filled up already, it's most of it, but when we get it, we want to make sure that everything it's filled right. So, and that's why we just wait until it settles. We put more. It's not a whole lot.
I mean, that's a big part of these functioning properly. Correct. You know, when we were going through our all-wheel drive Honda build, there was so much feedback that we saw with, okay, one guy's like, man, I'm running a 30K or a 60K or a 40K or whatever, and they would all perform differently because I guess the way that they're filled, it has to be done properly.
Correct,
or else
correct.
You know, it'll just
slip.
It'll just slip.
Correct, yeah. So these one here, we also make it our inner spline yoke. We make it in a 1310, which is a lot thicker. But that's what we use. This is the factory, and you can see how small the bearing is. Yeah, usually what breaks on these stock Freelander, is this joint right here because they're so small. So that's why we have these, and we have tested these up to over 1,000 horsepower with these joints, you know. Heck yeah. So it comes with this when you order the dry shaft and everything else. It also comes with the care bearing. So this is the billet one that we offer, but we also offer it in polyurethane also.
Obviously, anybody that has an all-wheel drive Honda understands, but for somebody that isn't too familiar with the all-wheel drive Honda stuff, how does all this work? So we got like from transfer case all the way to, you know, all the way to the back.
Okay, so from here, usually it's the front wheel drive, you got the 2 axles coming out this way. So now this is the transfer, this is what transfer to the back. So you got the transfer, And then from here, the dry shaft, and then this is where the viscous coupler is where this is where all the magic is. So right here, when it senses that it's slipping, this thing here will lock up. When this thing locks up, it locks all this, and you get the forward drive. That's why it's important with this one here with the different fluid, because if you get it too thin of a fluid, it's just going to slip a little bit.
And you'll have too much front wheel drive.
Yes, but most of the time it's
and then too tight.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna break stuff.
Break
right?
stuff, exactly, yeah.
That's awesome. And I saw you have different, a couple different diff mounts, right? So
yeah, we do.
On some of these other cars?
Yes, this one here is this is our billet one here. This one here is a tubular. These are tubular styles that we have here. Because sometimes people want to get all that tubular look to match their car and all that. So, but they all work the same. They all work the same. These things have all been tested for same horsepower level. It's just the design that you like. This is just the stainless steel plate that we have here with the decorative plate, you know.
Special edition, Superwoman all-wheel drive.
Yeah,
this is the ladies' car?
Yeah, the boss lady.
The boss lady.
Yeah.
So I've heard you guys are doing a good bit of future development stuff with, you know, the newer, like for example, this Accord, you guys are gonna all-wheel drive swap, right?
Correct. This one here, that's what this was in for. So that's gonna be kind of like an R&D. So the cool thing about this one here, this is the rear spindle, but it's all billet. It's all done already. What's cool about this is it uses our hubs with it. We're also going to make this in a 28 spline, 36 millimeter for these guys that want to make big horsepower. So we're going to make another hub to fit this also. The cool thing about this Accord is when we do the all-wheel drive system, it covers like 6 different chassis. The TL, the CL, the TSX, this Accord, and then like 3 generation of TLs.
Wow.
That would cover. So
that's so
and that's what's really cool about it, yeah.
There's about to be a lot more sleeper street beasts rolling out out there,
definitely.
thanks to you guys.
Especially the TL, the V6. So imagine having this with the V6 in it, all-wheel drive, yeah.
Game changer. So you guys stay innovating, man. What do we got here?
This is our electric water pump. That's the actual water pump itself is built into this plate system. So this way you don't have another lines running. So all it is just coming from here to the radiator.
Has anybody else done something like that before? Or?
No one yet. So the reason I stumbled on this is because we had the other type that bolts onto here, and it failed. And then when we took it apart, we noticed like the propeller shaft was only about this small, really small, and it was cast. So I was like, you know what, there's a better solution. So we're like, let's find this. This is actually billet propeller, and it's like this big, you know. So
dude, that's badass.
S1 as a whole, we're gonna start doing a lot of J motor swaps and all that. So we know that these motor makes good power. The problem with these is traction. So we know how to control the traction. So this one here is a J to K. So we made this plate like 5 years ago, made like 10 sets, but we never released it because we're doing something a little different. So that's why we never released the plate. So this here, we're using an all prototype. We're making an intake for it here. There's a couple changes that we got to make. If someone wants to use it for a rear-wheel drive, they could use it. So it could go this way, but we're also making another one right here where with a longer runner. It's gonna have come out this way here for the longer runner. And then what's cool about this is the hood, you know, when you do this J-swap, most of the time you can't even close the hood. So this actually will close the hood.
That's awesome. So all that stuff 3D printed.
3D printed, yeah.
That's so cool.
But we're gonna do a lot of stuff for the J-series. We're gonna make more parts and stuff for it.
We got the hidden gems back here?
Yeah, this is like literally like 8 years ago. We were like, just messing around and all that. But look how dust it is.
Oh my God, 8 years ago?
Yeah, so it's been here. It's just, look how the whole mount, everything is all deteriorated in there, so.
Oh my gosh, a relic from the past. Yeah. That's actually a pretty cool idea. So that's a 6-cylinder deal.
Yep, V6, but it's, the hood, everything closes when we did it. Axles lines up straight, but the owner, friend, is just like.
Lost interest?
Well, no, he's just so busy doing things. He got all the stuff with. We're telling maybe one time we'll just get it all done and then, you know.
Dude, one of these with a V6, with a turbo on it, all-wheel drive, bro.
This thing is, yeah. Well, we're gonna build one. We're gonna build one. And then maybe next time when you guys come back, whatever, I'll have this thing done, so.
All the hidden gems back here, dude. Oh, my man's got the hidden Evo in the back.
But it's not, it's an Evo, but it's a,
Oh, it's a wagon.
it's a wagon.
Is it a wagon?
Yeah, it's a wagon, yeah.
Oh, bro. I'm like, damn, it's super long. Is there another car back there? That's badass. Oh, man. Look at that. So, K-swap wagon?
K-swap wagon.
Let's do it,
yeah,
bro.
so.
Guys, all these crazy swaps, they got me itching to do something crazy.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see us do something with S1, maybe another crazy K-Series deal, maybe an Evo with a K-Series in it. I don't know. Drop a comment, guys.
Let's do it, yeah.